Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? We're back for this Tuesday night. Tuesday night. How are you? Good to see you. The latest show on YouTube for true crime. That's what I'm calling it. So I'm just claiming that title. I'm just going to claim it. No one else has put their hand up. So I'm just going to claim that it's the latest show on YouTube for true crime. How are you all? Good to see you. Did you have a good day today? Did you learn a lot about true crime? Did you go to work? Did you turn into a meat popsicle? I heard there's a lot of ice storm or something out there. A lot of people are suffering from very cold weather. We got heaps of stories tonight. More information about missing Beaver Dam teen Sophia Franklin. We have a new video and new photos of the pair of them that look very different to the ones that were given out to the media originally. Amber Alert issued out of Temple, Arizona. No, Temple in Texas. We got an Amber Alert. What else do we have? I want to talk a little bit about this woman who unfortunately took her daughter's lives, and I want to talk about the media disparity, like between female and male, and I'll show you why. Also, a Michigan man was arrested and charged with arson after he drove, what is it, like 700 miles to burn down the home of his ex-partner. Yes, that is. I don't know why you would do that, but okay. So we've got heaps of stories to talk about tonight. Lots of different stories. Good to see you all. How are you? Nanalana says lots of snow coming down in Kentucky and Tennessee. I hope you are not turning into icicles out there. Hey Rachel, good to see you. Sean, I hate mornings. Nanalana, Gayla's here. Robbie T. Hey Robbie T. Marlene's here. Kathy Lynch, Snap Crackle. Who else is here? See Anna, Marlene as well. Andrew, Peekaboo, Mr. Dan Yee. I hate mornings. It's good to see all of you. Sean's here. Did I say hello to Sean? I hope I did. All right. We had a very early show last night, so we did a 8:30 p.m. show last night, and now I just wanted to do something for the people on the East Coast because a lot of times I get a lot of emails from them saying, "Ping, I want to be part of the live show, but it's too late at night." And yeah, I understand. So that's why we like to do, a random early show every now and then. All right, I'm going to take you out to Wisconsin because we have a new video of Sophia. So I want to show that to you because I think it's very important. Very strange video, but I'll show it to you. It is the one we got for our thumbnail today. All right, let's see if we can play this for you. All right, 1, 2, 3.
New tonight,
Yes.
we have new images of Sophia Franklin and Gary Day. These are from the Beaver Dam Police Department. An Amber Alert has been out for 2 weeks since their disappearance. Now, Sophia is 16 years old and is 3 months pregnant with Gary's child. Her family shared these new images tonight in hopes of finding her. We also were given surveillance video of the day she went missing. You can see Day walking here in the video. A multi-state Amber Alert has been out to find Sophia and Day. We'll keep you updated on any new developments in the case.
So that's the video that we saw that was described in the warrant that was taken to court for Gary Day, his arrest warrant that he has been charged. So this is the one they described in that warrant. We never saw it, but now we have. Let me see if I can open this up. No, okay. So you see, this is they were saying in that warrant, you sort of see him run past very quickly. And they've only given us a little bit of it. Let's have a look. I don't know where he's going. Probably to get her. So it's not a bad video quality, actually. It's not filmed on a camera from 1998. He looks very cautious of that camera, too. As he runs past, he sort of sees it. You can see him look over this area here, and he's like, oh, oh, oh. It looks to be smoking or vaping, too. Yeah, so that's the video of him the day Sophia went missing. These are the new photos. I'll show you this. So they've handed out these new photos of the both of them. Here's Gary Day, and that's a new photo of what he's supposed to look like. Different from the other one where we see him. I think it's a mugshot, and this is another one of Sophia. So yeah, sort of different for her, but just a different angle, sort of different look to it. His one's more important, I think, because he looks very different compared to the other photo. He, looks different in that. Here, there you go. Better close up for you. So they are still missing. That Amber Alert is still very active. Over 3 different states right now that Amber Alert is active across Wisconsin, Arkansas, and Missouri. And they still seem to be valid. They haven't taken them down. They haven't added anything either yet. Actually, it's been a little quiet for something that's supposed to be looking for her. This girl, she's probably almost 4 months pregnant at this point. Uh, they haven't been spotted in a while. It's been about 10 days since the last time we had a confirmed public sighting of them. And I had someone write into me saying that there's been a lot of police activity in the area, especially on the interstates, looking for these two. But so far, no luck. So I don't know what to tell you, except for it's sort of dragging on. This has been a Amber Alert since the first few days of February, and we're almost at the end of the month now. Like we're getting towards just after the halfway point, but in a week or so, we'll be very close to the end of the month. So they'll be, uh, missing for quite a while. Where are they? Don't know. I heard some people saying maybe they're staying like off the grid. Yeah, I could imagine that might be a game plan, but it is cold out there. It is very, very icy. Not a good place for a pregnant woman to sort of be, you know, trying to camp in. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yes, he does have priors. Yes, he has a prior for hurting another child, and he was convicted of that. I think if I can get his priors for you, I'll show you. Is it on this one? So it says here Gary F. Day, he's 40, from Arkansas, has a history of harming children and is on probation for endangering a child. So he already has some weird court history against hurting children. Uh yeah, it's not this child, not Sophia, it was a different child. Let's see if I can find the thing here. Okay. The charges he's facing in relation to Sophia, though, are out of Arkansas, and they're for interfering with the custody and contributing to the delinquency of a minor in connection with Sophia's disappearance. They are the charges that he is wanted on right now. The other ones that he was on probation for, it is court records in Arkansas say Day is a man with a sometimes hair-triggered temper. Medical staff questioned the injuries they discovered on the leg of a 4-month-old brought to an Arkansas Children's Hospital in September 2019. Day said the baby's foot had become stuck in the kitchen sink during bathing of the child, and it became injured while freeing him. According to an October 15, 2019 arrest warrant affidavit. So they're saying hospital staff also noticed other injuries, including bruising on the baby's face and ears. They say Day pleaded guilty in May 2020 to a charge of endangering the welfare of a minor and was given 6 years probation. They say court records show Day violated his probation in September 2023. He was arrested but posted a $5,000 bond in November 2023. One of his conditions of his release was that he not leave the state of Arkansas, but he obviously has because he went to Wisconsin to go get Sophia. So, and they also say here the mother of that child told police Day lost it, grabbed the child who had climbed on an entertainment center and ate toothpaste in the bathroom, according to the court papers. In an interview, the 4-year-old described for detectives how Day would at times get mad and turn into the Hulk and raise his voice. They say that case was dismissed in May 2024 when prosecutors conceded they were no longer able to prove their case. So he's had a bunch of different like charges or investigations related to hurting children, many children. So very very bad guy. Yeah, she could be. It worries me that they haven't seen them for a while. When she first went missing, they were picking them up every couple of days. Every like day or two, they got a sighting or they saw them on a traffic camera. But since the last time they were spotted traveling through Missouri, no new information at all. None. Like there's been no sightings. They haven't seen the car again. Very strange. So they seem to have either ditched the vehicle, found a new vehicle, or they're hiding somewhere. I'm not sure where they would be hiding, but they thought they were trying to head to back to Arkansas, I think, if I remember correctly. They thought they were trying to head back that way, but I haven't seen any updates except for this new footage that they released today. So what this shows us, I don't know. I guess what he looks like today, and that's all we get. We just get this footage. Okay, control. That's all right. Yeah, that's all we get. About 5 seconds of footage. I wouldn't think so, Danny, because apparently the car that they were spotted in, his mother bought for him. So it doesn't sound like a guy that has a lot of money, where he needs his mother to buy him a vehicle. And if someone that has a lot of cash wouldn't like, why would you need that? Seems very odd. Um, I don't know. It doesn't sound like he was working as a ex-convicted person. It's much harder to get a job. I don't know who would. They don't have a workplace listed. Like normally, you'd have a workplace that oh, he might go back to the work or whatever. But no, nothing like that. Let's go. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can get to this one here. This was the original like photo they released of the three of them. Three of them, I mean Gary, Sophia, and the baby. And there's that black Buick that we looked up. And let me go here for you. I just want to see if we can find that original. No, that's not it. I was hoping to find the original thing with the police. Yes, here. Okay. This was when he was charged. Here, I'll show it to you.
Jam.
See, I can't use it. Anything from WISN, can't use it. Sorry. Not allowed to use anything from that channel. It makes it very problematic when we're doing stuff out of Wisconsin. Jonna says he will run out of money, probably sleeping in his car. You would think if they were sleeping in the car, though, with so many people looking for them, so many patrols with a bolo, that they would have picked up the vehicle overnight. But so far, no sighting. We got something, yeah. It's not been great. The weekend is supposed to be crazy warm. I hope it gets warmer for you. The temperature in Melbourne is actually plummeting. We're starting to come out of the heat of summer, and the temperature daily, like average, is starting to go down. We were like minimum 20 degrees in December, and now it's like 11, 12, 15. So we're starting to get that slow decline as we go into winter down here, which hopefully means you guys will come out of the ice age and go back to your nice, spring weather with lots of tornadoes because we're going to head into storm season in about 3 weeks. All right. Yep. That's all I have on those two. But keep an eye out if you're in the area, Arkansas, Missouri, or Wisconsin. I don't know if you're on the interstate every day, maybe you drive a truck, keep an eye out for them and report it if you do see them. But I'm just checking. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nope. I think that's it. I think that's all I have for you. Beaver Dam. Yep. Yep. We wanted to. Okay. Apparently, they're saying here this happened. This actually broke about 20 minutes ago. They're saying that U.S. Marshals could be brought in. Now they're saying that. Maybe they'll have to. All right. Let's see what they have to say.
Thank you. New at 10, the Beaver Dam Police Department says the Sophia Franklin case might soon be in the hands of the U.S. Marshals Service. Franklin was last seen leaving her home early this month on the 2nd with the father of her unborn child, 40-year-old Gary Day. The police chief said while they're still getting tips from across the country, they've slowed down a bit.
Yeah, it definitely seems to have slowed down in the last week or so since they were seen in Missouri. It doesn't seem to be as daily. Before they were getting like, oh, he's here, he went here, he's using this license plate, he's not using the other one. But it's really dropped off, and they got to be somewhere. I mean, there's thousands of people on these highways every day. Even if they're taking like an alternate route, there's people that deliver, there's people that do like, they might own property or something. If people keep their eyes out, they'll eventually see them. So you just gotta keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, maybe the idea is that since the local PDs can't seem to figure it out, maybe bring in the US Marshals because he is a fugitive. He's a fugitive of the law. So the US Marshals, they don't mess around. They will find him. But yeah, that's all I have on them right now. And I want to talk about Gabby Petito. So I wonder if any of you actually got to watch the documentary that came out last night. I thought it was really look, I'm not a massive fan of a lot of Netflix type true crime documentaries. They tend to be a little very glossy and they're not always the best. This one wasn't too bad. I thought it was very interesting documentary. The thing I noticed was I just threw it on this morning while I was researching other stories for tonight, and it instantly took me back to 2021 and all the everything I remembered about Gabby, the investigation, the laundries, their home in Florida. It all came rushing back, and so did the anger about Brian and his family and the disgust at everything that his mum is about. But the one nice thing I put it on Twitter today. I didn't know this about Gabby, and I thought I would show it to you. It's really awesome. I wish she was alive today to see it. Where is it? Da, da, da. It might be here. Yes, it is. So at the end of the documentary, they had this. It says on August 19th, 2021, Gabby Petito launched her van life YouTube channel and published her first and only video. Before her murder, Gabby's video had less than 500 views. Today, Gabby's video has over 7 million views. You know what it tells me? It tells me even though Brian took her life, he didn't win. She was successful, and no amount of his crap stopped that. She is now known around the world, even though she's not with us anymore. Her spirit lives on, and she became the household name that she always wanted to be. And I don't think it's because of Brian. I think it's because of the sort of insight we've seen into who Gabby was. And I think that's why people are so enamored with her, because she seemed like such a nice young girl. And I think a lot of people were cheering for her. Very, very nice family. They still do a lot of work under the Gabby Petito Foundation. And one of the interesting things I didn't know about them, I've watched their panels at CrimeCon every year, but I didn't know that they were fighting for the. So you would have all heard me talk about it, other people, but the whole, pretty white girl syndrome, how, cases don't get media unless it's a white girl. And, me, a bunch of other people, we try to reverse that trend by bringing you stories about people of color, minorities, whatever, people that are otherwise not given any media. And I love the fact that her parents originally, when her case got like sort of labeled with that, they were really offended. They're like, "Oh, that's not true, Gabby's very deserving." And she was. And then apparently they researched into it and discovered, "Oh my god, this is a real thing." And they started advocating for it, and they started using the foundation to help people of color get more recognition, get more media coverage and things like that. So a great way of using Gabby's spirit and foundation and her parents to try and further the cause of getting these cases more into the public light. So that was one of the things I took from it. The other thing I took from it, who's here at the moment? All right. If you don't like swearing, you have to put on the earmuffs. And when I'm done, I will tell you. I'll tell you to take the earmuffs off with a visual symbol like this. Okay. In the documentary, we hear the mother says, "Yo, if you need to get rid of a body, I'll bring a shovel to you. Oh, I'll bake a file into a cake for you." Do you know what I say? Ping says, "You should bake a cake with a dildo so you can go fuck yourself," because I can't stand that woman. She is part of the issue is her. The fact that, Gabby's parents are right. Oh, sorry, you can take the earmuffs off now. Gabby's parents are right in that, you know, what kind of woman would do this? One, write a letter like this, but also the fact they dropped 25 grand on an out of state lawyer, and then when the cops there, you get to see the body cam footage of the cops. They go there and they're like, "Oh, her parents are very worried. You know them. Like, can't you help?" And they're just standing at the door, going, "Oh, we can't help. We don't know anything." You don't know anything and you drop 25 grand on a lawyer? No. You like I've always thought they are absolutely full of crap consistently. They I think we've all discovered now that they knew. Uh Brian definitely told them. And not this whole, "Oh, Gabby's gone." No, 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 no. You don't go drop 25K on a lawyer just for Gabby's gone. They knew everything. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced they knew every minute detail of what happened out there. And they may be the only ones today that really fully know what happened to Gabby. They are just awful people. They deserve to, you know, really, they deserve to, like, many, many swear words, many swear words. They are just ridiculous. There's one thing about protecting your own child, right? That's a given. Like, of course, we all would do that. It's very different to be so indifferent to, your son's girlfriend dying, you know, that something that your son has committed a crime, and you two act so indifferent and then not give anything to the parents, like, they are scumbags as far as I'm concerned. I hope they get sued into oblivion for the next 50 years until they die. I hope people just keep suing them over Gabby, because they deserve it. They are scumbags, both of them. And I don't believe the rest of the family too. Like, oh, we didn't know anything, girl. Brian just came camping or whatever. No, 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 no. You all knew. Because it's so funny. After they reopened the park after the flooding, and they had a lot of flooding in that national park, and they were looking for Brian's body. Funny how they just knew where to go. They were just like 40 minutes. Cops have been searching for weeks looking for him. And they just hop down to the park the first morning it opens, walk straight in there. Oh, he's right here. Oh, the waterproof thing is right here. Come on, man. Oh, we don't know anything. Yeah, whatever. I'll never believe it. A strange attachment? It's not the way I'd put it, but yes. Touche says, yeah, dirty laundries. That's what that's what they'll forever be known as. He returned to them without her, exactly. And then they tried to say the van was both of theirs when it was Gabby who worked hard for it, paid all the money into it. Well, most of it. I think he paid a little bit, but it was mainly hers and it was registered to her. And they tried to say, oh, it's both of theirs. Okay. Scumbag people. And the one thing I didn't know, this documentary, give it a watch. American Murder, Gabby Petito. I didn't know that the parents, especially the mom, had started being mean to Gabby, like really passive aggressive and just picking on her and just being mean. Like they obviously did not like her very much. And how would I put it? I'd put it that if she could have married her own son and fucked him, she would have. That's how I'd put it. Sorry about swearing, Kathy. Sorry. It's late at night. This is the after dark. We're after the watershed. Where it's we're after 9 p.m. We're after 9 p.m. Don't come for me. Flyer B said the L's knew Gabby. Yes, I know. I know they knew her. I, do you have you not learnt anything in 500 shows that I'm blunt about things? Um, Yeah, that's right. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe that. So, and it's not the first woman I've seen with this type of disorder for their own children. Yeah, that's right. That's what I said. My thick Spanish accent makes it very hard to hear the swearing. But yeah, look, she's I don't know. It made me very angry watching it because it just brought a rush of those emotions back, and made me very sad to see her parents describe the one thing that got to me is when it's her stepfather, but I think they just call him dad. He was saying that they got that phone call saying that they had found the body, and the cop was like, well, I'm going to send you some things to try and ID the body. I don't know what that must be like as a person who stepchild, not their whatever, someone they love, and you have to ID someone who's been sitting out in the desert for like multiple weeks. It must be one of the hardest things to ever do, and hearing them describe what Gabby looked like in those photos, it's really, 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 really horrid. Really, really, I feel for them. I really do. Um, Sean said, "Mum said about Brian, if you hate my guts, I would tear them out and replace them." Yeah, she's a bit crackers in the head. She's crackers, I'm sure. Deborah says the thing that surprised me the most in the doc was Brian's sister Cassie and her text with him. Oh my god, yeah. I always had this weird suspicion that she was very fake. She gave that interview when Brian first came back to Florida, and I just looked at her in that interview, and I was just like there's just something not right there. Marjorie said that's why I'm reticent to watch it because I don't know if all those emotions to come rushing back. I'd sort of um I'd sort of just let it go, and it sort of as soon as I turned it on and they started with like the police camera when they got pulled over in Moab, it just all came rushing back, and I was like, I could remember everything, how I felt, how angry I was against the laundries. It's very interesting how that happens in true crime. But I will say that that picture at the end is my favorite part. I love that for her. This one, it's so good, and I don't know. It's like she was successful even with Brian trying to tear her down. Yes, she's not here from his actions, but 7 million views. That is an accomplishment. So very cool. I like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. It is horrible, but I think the documentary is worth a watch, especially the second part. The second part's worth a watch, and it details what they're doing now, the programs that they're running, that type of thing. I think that bit's really good. Sean said they have had many addresses and a business which is now closed. Daughter says she has no contact with them. Yeah, yeah. I don't believe anyone on that side of the family. I don't care who it is. I think that they all knew. Danny Mitchell said, "What did the sister do?" I just think they all knew. I just think they all knew because they yeah they were more close knit at the time, and I don't know. I just think they all had a they. I don't know how much they knew, but I feel like they all had an understanding. April B says, I don't have Netflix, so I can't watch it, but I feel like I followed the case so closely that I'm okay with it. Like I said the other night with the other documentary, if you want somewhere to watch it, you just have to email me and I'll tell you where you can find it. So you can email me sundaywithping um, at gmail.com and I'll show you where to watch it. Brenda, hey, good to see you. Danny Mitchell says, I think they had to know. Yep, and I think I think we were right. Like that last camping trip and blah blah blah. That was really it was a goodbye, and they like it was like like a family goodbye. I don't know. It's just yeah, you can see it's already working me up. But it was a good documentary. I enjoyed it, and I hope her parents continue the good work that they're doing with the foundation. And it'd be fun to see them at CrimeCon this year. I think they're going back again for 2025, and that will be cool. I like to see their panel, see what they're up to. Yeah, so is it on Netflix? Yeah, it is. Netflix. All right. There's also a second documentary out. By the way, I'm not going to do anything on this one tonight because it needs like an entire show just for this one topic. But there is a second documentary that came out today, and it's an ABC documentary, and it's on the Fox Hollow murders, and it's called Playground of a Serial Killer. So if that is a case that you are very interested in, it is out now on the ABC. Hold on, I'm just going to grab the link for you. Pretty good doco. I watched 2 episodes already, and it was quite good. I don't know how much we can play of this, but we could try.
I looked down and saw the bones of a foot. I'd never seen that many skeletal remains. Thousands. Bones everywhere. How many victims are out here?
I had no idea what was about to unfold.
It's a serial killer case.
The dance floor would be packed. The bars were the one place in the city where we felt safe.
This killer, he's the Dahmer you've never heard of. It was like Gacy's basement.
All right, to stop myself getting copyrighted, that's all I can play. But yeah, it's a Fox Hollow documentary. It's on the ABC. It must be on Hulu as well. Pretty good, pretty good. I watched a few episodes already, And yeah, Marjorie said the whole situation is infuriating. I know. See Taylor, yeah, it's a good one. Have a watch. All right, let me see. All right, let's move on. That's all I want to say about Gabby. I think many other people have said it better than I have, and yeah, you know, thanks to all the people. Like, there was a lot of people who work in those like YouTube channels with like the tiny vans and van life who helped crack the case open. You know, those people, I think, the family and everything will always be forever thankful to. Especially Red, Blue, and Bethune. Is that how you pronounce it? They did a great job. Without them, they cut down like weeks of investigation just with their video. Weeks. It would have been a lot longer without their help. Okay. All right. I want to take you over to here, if it'll load for me. I want to talk to you about the guy who drove 700 miles to burn down his ex-partner's home. 700 miles. Why would you do what would you do for 700 miles? Like, you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get there soon. I've got the petrol, the matches." It's a long way to be very angry. I get tired halfway through and go to sleep. But I'm gonna show that to you if it'll come on. It doesn't want to load. Ah, you silly thing. We've been having a problem with some websites loading on StreamYard. Hold on, guys. It's not that one. It's not working. Come on. All right. I'm going to have to do it like this. Nope. Okay. Sorry, guys. I hate dead air. It is very annoying. All right. Here we go. Finally. Or not. All right.
At 5:01 in the morning on February 10th, a dark-colored Volkswagen Passat pulls up at the intersection of Merganser Way and Mailer Drive. A subject exits the vehicle and goes to the rear of 5284 Merganser Way. He's there for approximately 4 minutes and then goes back to his vehicle. It appears he's retrieving something from the vehicle, and he's also turned the vehicle off. He then goes back to the rear of the residence, where he stays for approximately 12 minutes. At 5:18, that individual is seen running from the rear of the residence and flees the area in the Volkswagen. 30 seconds later, smoke is seen coming from the rear of the property and an explosion of fire. That is when our officers showed up with the fire department minutes later, and they found the house fully engulfed in flame. The tag on the vehicle, through our intersection cameras and our license plate readers, was determined to be out of Michigan. Our detectives then began their investigation and tracked the whereabouts of when this vehicle came into Bensalem and when it exited Bensalem. What they determined was that this vehicle came off of I-95 at Street Road at approximately 1:24 a.m. and drove directly to the neighborhood on Merganser Way. He then sat there for a few hours until responding to the rear of the property to ignite this fire. He then enters back on 95 South at 5:24 after fleeing the neighborhood at 5:18. So he literally got off of 95, went to the residence, responded back to 95 to flee. That vehicle's tag comes back to an address in Michigan. Our police department immediately began to coordinate their efforts with the Kent County Sheriff's Department, and we advised them of the role of this vehicle in this arson. We also discovered that the vehicle's owner had a 21-year-old son named Harrison Jones. This individual is the sole user of that Volkswagen Passat, and he was also the ex-boyfriend of a 21-year-old female who was recently engaged in an online relationship with a 22-year-old son at the Merganser Way residence. On February 12th, the Kent County Sheriff's Department, based on this information, executed a search warrant of that residence. During that search warrant, they recovered lidocaine burn cream, gauze wrappings, a locking pick, and also recovered the Volkswagen Passat that was used that evening.
So we spoke about the arson yesterday. That was the burlesque dancer in Melbourne. And I said that guy that lit that fire was so close to the ignition that he had to have been burnt. You look at this one that happened, and he was burnt too. You saw lidocaine burn cream, gauze wraps, definitely. And I think the guy in Melbourne also had similar injuries to extremities or his arms, maybe his face. And this is a pretty horrific, thing. Here's a look. This is what the home looked like when emergency services got there. That's what it looked like. It's like already well alight. And if I go here, this is what it looked like the day after. There's nothing left of that home at all. It's very, very sad. Let's go here. Here he is here. Harrison Jones. He was arrested by Kent County, Michigan Sheriff's Department and faces 6 counts of homicide and arson charges. So he's a multi-murderer, like an annihilator. They say here a Michigan man was arrested and charged with arson and attempted homicide after he learned his ex-girlfriend made plans to meet up with a man in Pennsylvania. They say Harrison Jones, 21, drove over 700 miles to PA and allegedly lit a man's house on fire, which killed 2 dogs and injured 6 adults. They say the Ben Salem Fire Rescue and police responded to the emergency in the early hours of February 10. They say the 6 adults in the home had already evacuated, some having to jump from the second story of the home to save themselves. They say law enforcement suspected that the fire wasn't accidental and began combing through security footage to locate the alleged arsonist. They say grainy surveillance video from a nearby house captured a black sedan passing the home on Maganza Way. They say the footage then revealed someone exiting the vehicle and walking towards the home before it burned down at 5:01 a.m. After 15 minutes, the person was seen running back to the car as smoke billowed in the air behind him. And there's a photo there's his mugshot. Now he's in jail. Thank the Lord. And let's see if I can, there's an aerial view. A beautiful family home. Look at that. How pretty. And it's just gone now because someone is a douchebag who can't control their own baby emotions. Baby emotions. Grown man, baby emotions. That's what he has. Looks like a grown man, but on the inside, just a child. Because apparently he's willing to drive 700 miles to burn down a man's home because he can't handle his own emotions. They're saying here that this is the trip from Michigan all the way to PA, or not far, just a little north of Philadelphia. Look at this, 11 hours and 5 minutes. Over almost a 12-hour drive. That angry to go burn down someone's home. It's ridiculous. Marlene said reason number 7,889 why I do not date people. Yeah, that is true. Rachel said, I agree, the 2 dogs. I know, 2 puppy dogs. How sad. No, they got out. They got out. I don't know why the other article said homicide charges, but no. It's attempted homicide. Let's see. Why did we upset Kathy? What happened? Hey Carolina, how are you? I don't know what happened to our other Carolina. I don't know what happened to Carla. I think we upset her. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what I did. They're saying Snap Crackle Pop says, I'm a single woman and I'm afraid to date. No complaining, actually happy. Okay. Oh, okay. You're happy? Okay, cool. Everyone's happy? Alright. Yeah, I get why. You might run into a crazy person like this guy. Let's see.
Well,
I wonder if we can find that CCTV. Hold on. I want to watch the actual CCTV footage. I thought I had it. Hold on, guys. Is it this one? I don't think that's it. No, I don't think that. It's here. So this is at CCTV. You see a ghost running down the street, apparently. Jump into a car. There's that black car they describe. It lights up. It's not on fire. It just turned the headlights on. And then he takes off. Let's see. Goes down the road a bit. Very slow for someone trying to get away with arson. He doesn't seem to be in a hurry. And then they say in the background here, you can see the effects of lighting the home on fire. You can see smoke and flames billowing from the back here, up in this gap. There you go. So this is that CCTV they're talking about. We said the ducks fly south in the winter. That's what we said. And yeah, here's the aftermath. Look at that fire. It's very lucky people didn't die. Look at that. You have to be really messed up in the head to drive 700 miles and then do this to someone that you don't even know. Just remember, there's other people in the world that you can be with. You don't have to be so possessive. There's many other beautiful women or men out there that you don't have to be so like, I'm going to burn down this guy's house because he likes my old woman that doesn't like me anymore. Like, just give it up. Sometimes things just don't continue. That's life. You you don't need to drive 700 miles to burn down a guy's home and almost kill his entire family. There are other women out there. Actually, probably lucky for those other women that you did this, because now they'll never meet you. But there you go. There's that background footage. I have no idea what those two are talking about. Yeah. Gayla says, my family keeps asking when I'm going to get myself a man. My answer is I'd rather get a rescue dog. You could get one of those dogs that carry like the whiskey or whatever it is in like under their chin. And when people ask you why, you can be like, well, I got a dog and bar service. So you got 2 in 1. It is literally crazy. It is. Hold on, we're on the wrong video here. I just want to pause it here. Like that poor person's home. I can't imagine. There you go. Actually, last night I went to bed and like when you doze off and then you hear a noise, and I was hearing this noise and I'm sitting there going, is that just like like the TV or like the fridge or something? And I'm sitting there like it's sort of faint and I can just hear it and it's repetitive. And I'm like, what is that? And I finally figure out it's a smoke alarm on an upper floor of my apartment building. And it's like 2:30 or 1:30 in the morning, and there's a smoke alarm just consistently going off for like 10 minutes, and no one's gone out to check on her. No one. Everyone's just pretending to ignore it, apparently. And it took over half an hour for anyone to step outside and go check on the smoke alarm. So someone's house or apartment could have been fully alight, bloody smoke billowing, fire, people dying or whatever. And everyone's just like, nah, someone else will get it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it was just going beep, 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 beep. beep. Like, I was like, "Where is that coming from?" Because it wasn't loud enough to be on my level. If it's anywhere on my level, it's like, it'd be super loud, but it must have been on one of the higher levels because it was sort of just faint, and I could just hear it. It was repetitively, like a repetitive noise over and over, and I was trying to, like, concentrate and find out where it was coming from. But yeah. Snapcrackle Pop says, "I love my dogs. I would risk my life for my babies." That's right. Marjorie said, "Why are people hating on Philly so much?" Yeah, that's what it is. It's because the Eagles won the Super Bowl. That's right. Everyone's jealous of the Philadelphia Eagles. All right. So yeah, this guy hopefully goes to jail for a long time. Harrison Jones, only 21 years of age, can only just have a beer this year. And he decided to drive 700 miles to Bensalem, Pennsylvania, and light a man's home on fire. Uh, you know, I wouldn't drive 700 miles for any woman. I'd just be like, I ain't doing that. I got better things to do. Like, why? You'd have to be so crackers in the head to be like, all right, my ex partner's talking to another man. I'm gonna fill up my car. I'm gonna get enough gas so I can go all the way to Pennsylvania, and I'm gonna drive for 11 or 12 hours to get to this guy's home, and then pour accelerant on his home, light it, and run away. I I think you got more problems going on than relationship issues. I think you've got way worse things going on. Yeah. Pause that. Let's see. So apparently, they have a GoFundMe. Okay, I want to see. So Zelensky family GoFundMe. Okay, let's see. Looks like they've almost raised $50,000 already. They say, aid the Zelensky family in overcoming a horrible tragedy. Who could have been the man here that was messaging another woman? Who? What, the teenage kid and the teenage girl? And mom and dad. Okay. They say, "Hello, everyone. First, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to read this. Our family members are currently going through a horrendous time in their lives." They say this Monday, February 10th, 2025, Andrew and Stacy Zelensky, along with their two children, Alex and Ava, and Stacy's parents, Joe and Karen, lost everything. Their beautiful Bensalem house burned down in a tragic fire starting at 5 o'clock in the morning. They say Andrew was put into an induced coma due to severe smoke inhalation, and unfortunately, their two gorgeous dogs, Trey and Jet, were sadly killed in the fire. If you have animals, you know they are part of the family. They meant everything to this family. They say Stacy tried to do everything she could to save them, risking her own life to go back into the burning home, but needed to jump out of a second-story window because she felt herself actually losing consciousness. They say the Zelensky family has been through so much in the past 3 years, with Stacy fighting a long, hard battle with cancer to now losing their home. They are a gracious, loving, caring, generous family, and nobody deserves to go through everything that they have been through. I agree. They got a photo of that's what their home looked like. Can I download that? Because you guys cannot see. Okay. This is what their home looked like afterwards. They've taken that photo on their phones. That's all. That's what they woke up to. Why is that on the screen? Sorry about that. What is going on? Stop that. All right. Hey, Carolina. How are you? Yeah, I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me read this again. Yeah. A Michigan man was arrested and charged with arson and attempted homicide after he learned his ex-girlfriend made plans to meet up with a man in Pennsylvania. did he get the wrong home? Because this is like a husband and wife and 2 children and a set of elderly grandparents. What? So he'd be it doesn't make any sense. Hold on, I'm gonna go to a different news article. Yeah. Police say it's where his ex's new partner lived. What? They say Harrison Jones allegedly set fire at a Pennsylvania home with a family of 6 asleep inside, killing 2 dogs. Police say it's where his ex's new partner lived. What, one of the children? Like one of the daughters or the son? Like, cause these guys are a little too old for a 21-year-old. There's the 2 dogs apparently. How sad. I don't know. I mean, they just look. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's what it's telling me in the article. Other than that, I don't get it. I'm going to see what you guys have to say. Yeah, they have been through a lot. Marlene says, I'm wondering if it was an online boyfriend like the CA cop who who killed the family and drove a long way and kidnapped the 16-year-old girl online he was in love with. Maybe. Maybe she was from college. It could be. Maybe he dates below his age group. You mean the husband? I don't know. Could it be the young man here in the corner? Wait, no, what'd they say? Yeah, man. So maybe it's the son. Maybe it's him. It was the home of the guy the ex was communicating with. Yeah, no, I know that. But I was trying to figure out of this family, which one would be the new guy? Like that's what they're saying. It's a new partner for his ex. So it'd be, well, we have gay people in our society too. But I figured it was probably a male. But dad has a cancer-stricken wife, and there's just that kid. Ah, the young guy. Yeah, that's the only option, right? Must be the son. Yeah, it's got to be. Could be, could be, could be. Hey, Natasha, how are you? Well, look, he got himself into uh, a a bad relationship with a woman who had a crazy ex-partner. Well, he's in jail now, but unfortunately, the new guy she was talking to lost his family home and 2 of his pets. That is ridiculous. Well, have fun in jail, Mr. Harrison Jones. You absolute nutbag. Let me see if I can find anything else on Harrison Jones. Harrison Jones, Kent County. No. I want to see if he's gone to court yet or not. Let's go to 13 on your side. Whatever the hell that is.
We begin tonight with a Rockford man in the Kent County Jail right now, accused of a crime that happened in Pennsylvania. Investigators say he traveled more than 700 miles to a Philadelphia suburb and set fire to the home connected to his ex-girlfriend. 6 people were taken to the hospital. 21-year-old Harrison Jones faces 6 counts of attempted homicide, arson, and other charges. 13 on your side's Jeremiah Brown has details.
This video showing what first responders found when responding to a call for a house fire before 5:30 in the morning on Monday, February 10th.
6 adults were located outside of the house who had successfully evacuated. They were all suffering from smoke inhalation and all had to be transported to local hospitals for their condition. Luckily, all survived.
2 dogs died in the fire. Authorities in Bensalem Township, Pennsylvania immediately began their investigation. Surveillance video from the neighborhood showing a person running to what they identified as a 2021 Volkswagen Passat. Authorities pointing out smoke and then an explosion. Police say the tag of the vehicle coming back to an address in Rockford. Cameras tracking the car traveling towards Bensalem before the fire and back to Michigan afterward.
We also discovered that the vehicle's owner had a 21-year-old son named Harrison Jones. This individual is the sole user of that Volkswagen Passat, and he was also the ex-boyfriend of a 21-year-old female who was recently engaged in an online relationship with a 22-year-old son at the Merganser Way residence.
Well, Ping, if we just listened to the entire press conference that you started this story with, we would have had all the answers, but we stopped it too early. Yeah, so it was an online relationship. There we go. Deborah says, one article said, yeah, never met the 22-year-old man. Isn't that crazy? That this guy, Harrison, would drive halfway across the country to burn down a guy's home that has never even touched your ex or whatever. It doesn't even, like, she's your ex for a reason. Just leave it alone. But anyway, like, what a nutcase to drive that far. They had never even met. They're just talking online. It's crazy. Like, hey, look, maybe it's a good thing. Look, luckily no one died, even though the pets unfortunately did. That's very sad. But at least he was dumb enough to do this at 21, because if he had somehow simmered under the surface and got away, he could have been even more dangerous as he got older and actually killed some people. Because it seems like that's the trajectory he was on. Well, he can enjoy jail now. Goodbye, Harrison. And I'm glad the Philadelphia community is helping the family. Almost 50 grand in donations. Great. That's good work. Hopefully they can rebuild. And yeah, she dodged a bullet, and hopefully she can get away from him forever now. Okay, all right. All right, I want to talk about this case. This happened a little while ago. I didn't cover it, but then I saw a comment today and it drove me crazy. Because I hate when this happens, and I think we need to have a talk about it. So, hold on. All right, actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play a video for you first, and then we're going to talk about it. All right, we're going to go to KPAX TV.
A shooting Monday afternoon here in Byron, Wyoming left an entire community of 600 grieving. It's an event that their mayor says is one of the most tragic things to ever come out of this small community.
Hope and pray that the family can endure and hopefully brighter days ahead.
It was here on the 200th block of Shoshone Avenue where the unimaginable took place. It was approximately 1:30 in the afternoon Monday when 32-year-old Tranielle Harshman called 911 reporting that her 4 children had been shot and were likely dead. On that 911 call, Harshman said 2 of her kids, both 2 years old, were upstairs in their cribs, and the other 2 children were downstairs in their bedroom. Then Harshman said she would shoot herself.
When you're in a small community like this, you know everyone, you rub shoulders with everyone, and it's just devastating.
First responders arrived and found 2 of the kids, a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old, still alive, but the 2-year-old passed away a short time later. The 7-year-old is now in a Salt Lake City hospital, sedated and receiving care. MTN has not been able to confirm if Tranielle survived the incident. The tragedy has left the town of Byron grieving. Mayor Alan Clark says his heart goes out to the family and first responders involved.
All right, I'm going to leave it there. So, Tranielle is her name. And this article came out today And it says the Wyoming mother who killed her 4 young daughters in a tragic murder S-word was no monster, but a fierce mama bear protector who had been struggling with her mental health following a bitter custody battle, her closest friend has told dailymail.com. That is not okay. That is not okay to write like that, because you're basically putting what she did and the children's deaths on the ex-husband. That's not okay. If we did this and this was the reverse and this was a man, no one would be saying any crap like this. Like, that is just trying to rewrite history and trying to basically sugarcoat what happened. It's really not okay, and it actually does put it back on the you're basically saying it's his fault. That's exactly what that statement says. Oh, you left her no choice because the ex-husband's an asshole. No, 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 no. It's her actions. So let's, even though it's sad, even though she may have whatever, she's the one who took that action. We only can blame her. They've got to stop doing stuff like this. It's ridiculous. Her friend Nicole Jensen said Tranielle had suffered so much that she believes her final act was her way of protecting her children. No. No. Sorry, no. And Nicole says, I will defend her and her memory until the end of my days. Good for you. That's a wasted battle. It says here, I know that she felt she couldn't live anymore, but she also couldn't abandon her children without her to fight for and care for them. What about the ex-husband? Like, normally to create children, it's like a 50-50 thing. You have to have a second person involved. You may not like that ex-partner, but you can't put everything onto him because of what she did. They're saying Harshman, 32, fatally shot her daughters Brooke and Jordan, and they were both 2 years old, Olivia, 7, and 9-year-old Braylee, inside their family home in Byron, Wyoming, before turning the gun on herself on February 10th. They say the mom had called the Bighorn County Sheriff's Office around 1:30 p.m. that day to report the shooting, but did not admit to firing the weapon. Officers arrived to find the 2 youngest girls, Brooke and Jordan, dead in their cribs, and Braylee suffering a gunshot wound in the downstairs bedroom. The 3 girls were pronounced dead at the scene, while the 7-year-old Olivia succumbed to her injuries 5 days later after being airlifted to a hospital in Salt Lake City, Utah. Here's a photo of it here. Yeah, it's just not okay. We just gotta hold people accountable. I'm for real. If this was a man and everyone turned this around and they said, "Oh, he was trying to be a protective daddy bear, and this was his last protective act as daddy bear," everyone would be like, "You're fucking crazy!" Like, everyone would be like, "What are you talking about? Like, this is crazy." Like, no, everyone would be going crazy. But because it's a mum, everyone's going to whitewash it and be like, "Oh, let's just sweep this under the rug and pretend like she really was the best mum in the world." It's, look what she did to the daughter. 5 days in hospital, suffering before she succumbed to her injuries and died. If we want to hold people accountable and be equal with, whatever, then it has to work both ways. You can't have it one way and eat your cake as well. It has to be the same. So if we're gonna really hold everyone, male or female, accountable for their crimes, their actions, the things they do, you can't do shit like this. Kathy says that's BS. You shot your kids because you cared more about yourself, right? And you're right, Kathy. Deborah says, I can't fathom killing my own child. How do they do this? I don't know either. But those poor children, I can't imagine what those emergency service people found when they entered that house. Like they said, they found 2 of them in their cribs. So, yeah, we've had a lot of sad stories tonight. Where are the happy stories? Where are all the happy stories? We need more happy stories. Hey, stomach, we can eat later. Shush. This one's sad too. I was going to tell you this one, then I decided against it. This one's Aussie boy dies homeless and hungry after living out of a cardboard box. but I decided that might be too sad. Here's the photo here. I don't know who the male is in this photo. Maybe the dad. I'm not sure. Could be a brother too. But here's a photo of that beautiful family. What a bunch of beautiful kids. They didn't deserve what happened to them at all. What a lovely little girl. She's the one who was in hospital for 5 days and died, unfortunately. So this is Quinn Blackmer. This is the father of Tranielle's two older children, 9-year-old Brayley and 7-year-old Olivia. He and Tranielle had been involved in a bitter custody battle. I'm sure it was just as bitter for him. You know, I don't think he wants to be in a custody battle with you either. They say Harshman's husband, Cliff, the biological father of the two younger girls, defended his wife as he urged the public not to rush to judgment. Bro, that's not the hill to die on. It really isn't. Just no. They say the tiny town of Byron, Wyoming, has only a population of 562, is reeling from the tragedy. I bet they are. There's a photo of her. They say here, Tranielle Harshman was struggling with mental health issues before she shot her 4 daughters dead and took her own life February 10th. It just, you know. Catatonic says, gifted 1 membership. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. The people who support this, the chat, either by gifting memberships or with donations and things like that, they are very kind, and they're the people who keep the show going each night because they're very kind. Yes, thank you. Mental health not taken seriously. Maybe. Yeah, what the F? So these young girls actually had 2 male figures in their life. So that lady, Nicole, saying this was her last act to protect them. They had no one else to defend them. Sounds like they had 2 very capable males in their life that had she just taken her own life, they would have been just fine. So the actions that she took are selfish. They're not noble. They're not some sort of higher calling. They are just plain selfish. Now, I understand that the husband's call, like to calm down and all that. I get that people shouldn't be pitchforking or whatever, but got to tell the truth as well. You can't turn this into something like, you know, this is like polishing poop. You can't turn this into something beautiful. It's not. It's a tragedy. But you can't lie about it as well. Rachel said, yeah, it isn't taken. Yeah, a lot of it isn't in a lot of places. They also had a stepmom. So what is this friend Nicole talking about? Like, they shouldn't interview people like this because all they're going to do is say things that don't make any sense because it's that those statements just don't sound right at all. I'm not going to be mean to her because obviously the friend is going through a very grieving time, very sad time, but it doesn't sound correct. And like I said, if this was a guy that did this, everyone would be like, round up all the people, all of them, get all the people, get all the weapons, get all the freaking firearms. We're going on a manhunt. I swear that's exactly what would happen. Like they'd be like, we're gonna murder this guy's memory too. But because it's a lady, it's like people are just trying to like smooth it over and be like, oh, it's not as bad as it seems. No, it is. It is. Like the 4 or 5 children or whatever it is, they died a horrible death at the hands of their mum. It's as bad as it seems. So, sorry, I got really worked up when I read this earlier today because I was like, that's not fair. It's not fair to say stuff like that. It doesn't matter what happened in their custody battle. It doesn't, you know, ask him what he thinks of the custody battle. I'm sure he's going to say that Tranielle was a giant biatch and that she was a nightmare too. That's what happens in custody battles sometimes. Both sides hate each other very much equally. So it's not fair to only represent one side of this argument and splash it all over the national paper. So, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Gets me so worked up because we've spent a lot of time trying to make things equal between men and women, right? And then it just feels like sometimes the men just get stomped on for no reason, and that's what it feels like is happening here. You know, it just feels like that they're not. You know, that she tried to blame him for this, and that's not fair. That's not fair at all. You can't blame him for her actions. They say heartbroken dad breaks his silence after daughter 7 died in hospital. This is the this is the father of the older 2 children. This is the one she had the custody battle with. They say Olivia 7 passed away Saturday afternoon after having undergone brain surgery and spent days under heavy sedation to reduce the swelling in her brain. She fought so very hard up until the last minute, her family revealed. How sad. They say Olivia's father, Quinn, penned a devastating Facebook post on Sunday, revealing that she had died and the family was absolutely gutted. He says, the amount of devastation we feel and are going through is so much, adding that he finds peace in knowing that my babies don't have to be apart from each other and they can also be with their other sisters. They say Black Mirth further thanked everyone for supporting the family's GoFundMe account, which as of on early Monday had already raised over $100,000. Well done, local community. They say from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank every single person that has donated and and prayed and fasted. I don't know what that means. I don't know why you would do that. They're just saying our family, thanks you for your kindness and generosity. Yeah, look, that looks like a pretty good dad with 2 lovely little girls, right? That's a nice photo. They didn't have to leave this world. That's they could still be here. Yeah, it's really, really awful. Look at that. She looked like a lovely little girl. And there's his statement that he wrote that I just read out to you. Okay. Every afternoon at my house, there's a guy that just yells out. He goes, "Oh," like every afternoon just before 5 o'clock. It's so weird, and I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know who's doing it. Happens every day at 5 o'clock. Someone's very happy that they're getting off work for the day. Rachel said, "Sad she didn't get the help she needed to be a good mum to her children." Yes. Kathy said, I'm sure he'd rather give her custody than bury his kids. Exactly. April B says, custody battles seem to be dangerous for all involved. Yep. Carolina says, fiery torches and pitchforks, mob mentality. Yes. Where's Touche? Hi, Touche. What did Carolina say? I want to follow. Yes, that is true. I know the girl's playing with the dad. They look just like him too. I know, Danny, I don't get it. I have to protect my kids by killing them. Yeah, that makes perfectly logical sense. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, Leisha, how are you, my friend? Yes, all the kids are gone. Yep, they all died. I'm just trying to follow people's conversations. Hey, Andrew, good to see you. Yeah, Leisha, I'm sorry to hear about your friend. Sorry, your friend's friend. If you didn't see the update, that young girl who was at the university, the one who had gone missing, unfortunately, they found her deceased. The day after I did the update on my show, the day after they found a body about a mile away from the campus of the university, and unfortunately, I believe they now have confirmed that to be her. So that is a very sad update. Your friend's daughter, yeah, it's horrible. I don't know what happened. Don't even know if they know. I can show it to you. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, Megan Trussell. Megan Trussell. We talked about her on the show the other night. Unfortunately, yeah, her body has been identified now. A few hours ago, apparently, that has been confirmed. 6 hours ago. Yep. So we'll go to Denver 7 just very quickly. Muffin. Hey, Muffin.
We begin with breaking news. The Boulder County Coroner's Office has positively identified the body found in Boulder Canyon last Saturday as the body of 18-year-old Megan Trussell. The CU Boulder student was reported missing last week. A cause of death has not been released. The family is asking if you saw Megan or saw anything suspicious the night of February 9th to please reach out to authorities. That information could help answer the many unanswered questions they still have. There is a fundraiser to support the family at this time. You can find it on denver7.com.
There you go. So there's the update from only a few hours ago. Megan Trussell has been identified, but yeah. Leisha says they don't know yet, but she was on a hiking trail. Do you think maybe she slipped or something because of the ice and snow? It was quite snowy in that, like a blizzard type thing. Maybe she just fell. I'm very sorry to her family that it's not the ending that any of us wanted. I thought she might be found. I thought maybe she went off and run off with a boy or something, like, or a girl. And I thought she might have been just having the weekend away with a new friend. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. Yeah, very pretty girl, right? Kathy says, wasn't there a mum who drowned all her kids in the bath? I think there's been a few of them. I definitely think she needed mental health, right? Probably. Gayla says, is anyone being sought for a death? I don't think so. I don't think they're looking for anyone. Okay. She's having a hard time. Okay, fair enough. All right. Oh, that sucks. It sucks for her family. Oh, Andrea Yates. Oh, okay. Andrea Yates. Hey, Four Paws. How are you? Andrea Yates. That's not the one I was thinking of, but yes, you might be right. That's a older one. Is that from? Yeah, that's from 24 years ago. That was in June 20, 2001. That's a while ago. That's a while ago. I don't think I can even find you something to watch on it. I don't think anyone's produced a video on it. Oh, ABC. No. Apparently, they produced a documentary on it called Andrea Yates Tragedy 20 Years Later from ABC 13 in Houston. So, if you want to watch a documentary on it, apparently there is one out of ABC Houston. All right, let me get out of this and just bring you back here. I was about to say, do we have a good story to end the night? I don't think I have one. I think I've only got bad stories today. Oh, ASAP Rocky is found not guilty. Does that make you feel happy? No? Okay. Fair enough. Doesn't make me feel happy either. Oh my god. Oh, that's not good. Wow, breaking news out of Australia. This is bad news. Australian IVF clinic is hacked, sparking fears personal information of thousands of patients has been leaked online. They say IVF clinic Janaea suffered a cyber attack. Past and present customers are affected. They say one of Australia's leading IVF clinics is investigating a wide-scale cyber attack which may have leaked the information of thousands of patients. They say their chief executive, Tim Yeo, told past and present customers of the breach on Wednesday after being notified of suspicious activity on its network. The company, which is one of Australia's top 3 IVF providers, with 21 clinics across the country, took some of its systems offline as it investigates the hack. They say we are urgently investigating the nature and the extent of the data that has been accessed and the extent to which it contains personal information. That is brutal. That is not good. Wow. I feel a lot of nervous people out there hoping that their IVF information has not been leaked to the public or online. That is very scary for a lot of people who tried to get, pregnant. Did you see a Toronto plane crash? Everyone lived. I did. I did see the Toronto plane crash. Leisha says, I have good news. Yay! Bought a top of the line massage chair and it was delivered yesterday. It is already helping my fibromyalgia. I'm happy. Good work. I hope it brings you some comfort and less pain. That's not good news. No, Leisha's one is good news. That's good news. I hope she feels better. I did see that they put a new video out of the plane crash. Hold on. There was a new video that came out today, and it shows the plane flip upside down. It is one of the most bonkers videos I think I've ever watched. Hey, go away. Is it this one? Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that's... Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that's...
It's one of the weirdest plane crash footages that I think I've ever watched. It's strange. It's like it shouldn't have rolled over, but it did. It's like if this was any other day where they didn't have strong winds, the plane probably would have just landed. And it's like a circumstances of multiple bad things came together. When they landed, they hit a wing, and then that caused the fire. And then it's like because it was off balance, the wind just pushed it over and made it roll. They're very lucky that everyone survived and that no one died. Do you think there's a better video? It is a crazy plane crash, yeah. Yeah, it lost a wing. Yeah, they hit a wing on the way down. I don't think I've seen a better one. I think that's the best one I've seen. Let me double check. Yeah, I think it's this one. This is the best one I've seen. I think the crazy thing is seeing all the people filming after the plane crashes, and there's people like on TikTok and things like that, and you're like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you on TikTok after a plane crash? Why are you not helping other people?" The other thing is apparently a lot of people were delayed getting out of the aircraft because people were getting their hand luggage. They tell you when you're in a plane crash, you don't take anything, you just get off the plane because seconds could mean life or death for other people. And the fact that people were like, "Hold on, let me get my overhead luggage." Like that's ridiculous. Very selfish people. You just have to get off the plane. Your stuff is replaceable. People's lives are not replaceable. That and people filming and not helping is bonkers. Let me see. I wanted to see if there was another one. Yeah, see? There's actually an article here I didn't know. Outrage over passengers' selfish behavior after Delta plane crash at Toronto Pearson Airport. And you see all these people, look, they're holding all their luggage. Like, just get off the plane. Who cares if you can't get your backpack that has your onesie in it or whatever? Who cares? You lived. You crashed in a plane and you lived. You should be thanking your lucky stars, not like, Where is my backpack so I can get my moisturizer? Like, no, you should just get off the plane. Like, people are crazy. Look at this person. Oh, make sure I get my laptop. And like, she's carrying like 4 different bags. Just get off the plane. It's bonkers.
Drop everything, drop it. Come on. Don't take no video. Put that phone away. No. Oh my God. Yo, I was just on the plane.
Well, I don't know if they did. It looked like they were telling everyone to get off. Like you saw in that footage, like someone was actually on the plane and they were telling them just to go. Because that is actually the protocol, is to just get off. So I don't know. I don't know. Is it ICE? Let's have a look. What article are we on here?
Oh my God.
I don't know if it's ice or just snow. It looks like snowdrift. I don't know. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask someone who lives there that has seen a lot of snow and ice. Don't ask Ping. Ping doesn't know. But and look at this guy. This guy's like, let me get my phone out and film the plane. Although I can't speak. I'd probably do the same thing. I'd probably be like, oh, this is so cool. Plane flipped over. I'm going to be on air crash investigations in like 10 years' time. So I sort of get why that guy was filming. Leave your luggage, purse, and phone and just go. They probably had been de-icing the runway. Could be. Do you know what they use to de-ice planes and runways? They use propylene glycol. The same thing they put in vaping stuff. It's true. It's true. They use propylene glycol. They spray it all over the wings of aircrafts to de-ice it. How do I know that? I don't know. Somehow I know that. Gayla says, looks icy under the snowdrift. It did look a little shiny. It did. Toronto gets lots of snow. Vape juice, yeah. Yeah, that's right, I would. All right, let me see. What time is it? Okay. All right. I've done that. Did you see the one in Miami? There was a guy who shot 2 people in Miami because he thought they were Palestinian. And he just said, like, why? Why? I'm going to take you to NBC South Florida.
New surveillance video shows the moments that led up to a shooting in Miami Beach.
And 2 people are recovering after police say a man randomly confronted and shot at them 17 times. Records show the shooter described the victims as Palestinians.
Let's get right out live to NBC6 reporter Christian Colon, who is live for us in Miami Beach with what we're learning out there.
Yeah, for sure, a scary situation. One of them was shot in the shoulder. We're told the other one was shot in the arm. Luckily, these 2 people made it out alive. And I want to go right now to some video we are just getting that the victim actually shared with NBC6. It shows him bleeding after getting shot in the shoulder. The victim tells me he is recovering today and is on medication. They're very lucky to be alive. According to police, the 2 victims were ambushed and shot at 17 times over the weekend. This is who police say arrested. They arrested on Pine Tree Drive. 27-year-old Mordecai Braffman is now facing 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder. Records reveal he confronted 2 people who were stopped on Alton Road just north of 48th Street and shot them 17 times. Police say it was unprovoked and these people don't even know each other. Braffman then got back into his car and drove a couple blocks away, and that's when he was arrested. Police go on to say while they were questioning him in the interview room, the defendant allegedly told police he saw 2 Palestinians shot them and killed them both. However, as I mentioned, these two people did made it out alive. It's unclear if when it goes to the court system if this will eventually become a hate crime case. We do know the alleged shooter will be going through bond court in just a couple of hours. We'll for sure keep you posted as to.
What's wrong with people? What's wrong with people? I don't get it. Like, why would you do this to someone? Like in the middle of the street, in the middle of Miami. And here's the suspect here, Mordechai Braffman. This is him. Shot them because he thought they were Palestinian. And then it says here, WSVN reported that the father and son were stopped on Alton Road, where Braffman drove by them at around 9:30 p.m. Police said Braffman then got out of his car and opened fire on the two before driving to a home a few minutes away where officers took him into custody. According to the outlet, Braffman unloaded 17 bullets during the shooting, with images captured after showing the victim's vehicle covered in bullet holes. Surveillance footage captured shows Rabbi and his father driving to an apartment building before frantically trying to gain entry to the property. After his arrest, Braffman told officers, "I saw two Palestinians and shot and killed both." What is wrong with you? Who dropped you on your head as a child? Like, what the hell? They say here one bullet hit Rabbi in the left shoulder while his father was grazed by a bullet on his left forearm. Speaking with CBS News on Monday, they told the outlet that him and his father had been visiting Miami Beach when they were fired upon. He says some guy thought we were Palestinians and just started shooting. 17 bullets and only one hit. The last thing I want to say is thank God for life. A life shouldn't just be taken away from anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, what religion you are, or where you're from. People should just live in peace. Yeah, they should. And there's his shoulder that he got fired into. He's lucky to live. You know, a couple more inches to the right, he would have been dead. They would have killed him. So yeah, he has major something. Major something. Shooter's picture could be a poster for birth control. What is it? Mordecai? It's not though. It's not Mordecai though. It's spelt differently. I know that name, like how you spell it, how you spell it normally, but it's spelt completely differently to how you would normally spell that name. Here, I'll show you. Like I know how they normally spell like Mordecai, but it's not spelt that way. So that's why I pronounced it differently, because it's phonetically that's what it looks like. I can't even find the article it's supposed to be on. Here, it's up here. Where is his name? It's up here. It's up here. Yeah, here. It's spelt like really weird. I've never seen it with this spelling before. I've seen Mordecai with a different spelling, a couple actually, with an AI at the end, or just different to this. No CH. No CH in it. Sean says should, but they don't. That's true. Okay, just different spelling. Please, I make a public appeal to all parents or people who may have children. Please give your children names that can be said and read phonetically. It'll change your child's life. Your child will not be bullied or have their name pronounced wrong by an Australian YouTuber. It'll mean the world. You will change the world. C. Taylor says, give peace a chance. So not what's happening in the US. Yeah. Yes. You've seen it spelt that way before? Your daughter is Rebecca. What? I don't. Yeah, I've seen the name. I've seen names spelt like that. Yes, but I've not seen Mordecai spelt with a CHAI at the end. There's a comedian who does a funny bit about kids' names. Yes. I think we all have to go back to how it used to be. We need more Johns and Chris's and Stevens and, stuff like that. We need more easy names so Ping can pronounce them. It's Jewish, is it? I would have thought it was spelled differently if it was. I know he's Jewish. It's in the article. But I thought it would have been spelled slightly in a different way for a Jewish. I mean, they like their CHs. They have a lot of them. That is the biblical spelling of Rebecca. Ah. Sent you stupid names in Messenger. Okay. I'm going to go to Messenger if I can find it. Okay. Okay. Opening a new tab. What? Oh, okay. I don't believe any of these are real first names of anyone. Or maybe this one, Geronimo. But the rest, it says the most unusual first names. That's crazy first names. That is a lot of. These aren't real. Someone's called Mayday. I don't believe that. And someone's called Titsy. I don't know about that. And I doubt someone's called Welcome. Maybe someone is called Welcome. Maybe they work at an airport. I can't pronounce half of these names. They are? I told my daughter. Parade? Is there a parade on here? Squire? Stretch blow. You sure about this? Lancelot. Okay. I believe you. Thavi says my daughter is Rebecca or Becca, and my son is John or Jonathan. Good. I'm glad you chose names that people can say. Mayday Parade. Ah. Oh, yeah. In the UK. Hate was a first name used in Puritan times. Really? Horse names? They're not horse names, I don't think. It says family tree names. Passion's Folly. That sounds really familiar for some reason. Ashella? Forestina? That just looks like someone merged Sylvana with anus. Sylvanus. One of my son's name is Garion. Well, it's sort of like Gary. It's sort of like Gary, but like a fancy version. Your daughter gets called Poopy? I don't know if you should air that publicly. She might get mad. If we all meet your daughter one day, we might all call her that. What is she going to do then? She's going to kill her mother. She's going to be like, Mom, why did you tell people on the internet about my nickname? C. Taylor says, I like Ashella. Yeah, it's okay. Passion's Folly sounds like a horse in a race. It does. Looks like a movie star's name book. It looks like a Hollywood kids. Like, these could all be children of that guy from Coldplay and the girl who makes vagina candles. These could all be first names of their children. All right. I think we're just about done. We've devolved into funny names. When we get down to that point, it's almost the end of the night. Leisha says Moon Unit Zapper. Who named their children that? Apple Moses. Yeah, what's her name? Gwen Paltrow. Your daughter is going to kill you. Your daughter's going to kill you. Are you going to? You should record this and clip it and send it to her. She's going to murder you. That was Frank Zappa's kid. Oh, really? I never heard that before. Moon Unit Zappa. Okay. He is a bit of a moon unit. No, she knows. Oh, Now we all know. Now we all know. And if we ever run across her in public, we'll know what to call her. Gwyneth's son is Moses. Yeah, that's why I said it when you posted it. Yeah. Her children, Apple, and you know who else who has weird kid names? Is it Jamie Oliver? Jamie Oliver, the celebrity chef guy. His kids are named like Honeysuckle something banana or something. I can't remember. Now it's all cities or countries. I want to see the person named Australia. Find me the first child called Australia. Rachel said, Carolina, name your kid weird names never made sense to me. I would worry about teasing. My son's name is Blake. Thank you for sticking to tradition and naming your kid with a name that people can understand. I hate Monique says, I was so glad my daughter named her kids easy to pronounce names. Try being a YouTuber and having to pronounce names from a country that you're not from. And I have to read all these town names that I've never heard of before. And then everyone's like, it's said with a silent F, G, H, and a Y, and the L on the end is actually a W. And you're like, what? How do you do that? Carolina says a happy ending. Yeah, at least we got onto some fun stuff at the end. Your middle name is Shannon, after the River Shannon in Ireland. Oh, I can't say I've ever been to the River Shannon. Cameron or Ron, see? At least you're sensible people. I named my oldest niece her name is Larissa. That's a nice name. I like that name. All right. Let's get out of here, you crazy name people. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you to all the people who support this channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed and you want more headlines from the day in true crime, all you have to do is click that button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me out a lot. So I will see you tomorrow for more top headlines across true crime for your Wednesday tomorrow. Okay? I love you all. Have a great day. Be safe out there. Don't be going out there in the ice storm, trying to lick any lampposts. Don't do that. Just stay inside until all the crazy weather has gone in the other direction. And then you can go outside again. Yeah, be safe out there. Yeah, hey, good luck on his interview tomorrow. Everyone's positive thoughts for Thavi's husband, all right? All right. See you tomorrow night. Love you all. Love you all. Bye. Bye-bye.